Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Hardik, and I'll be presenting my Google Summer of Code 2024 project, which is the Agile Bot. So, Agile Bot is a Rocket.Chat app to enhance team productivity in agile environments. It's meant for engineering managers and agile teams that use Rocket.Chat as a primary communication platform. And it takes a lot of the functionalities from tools like Jira and other stuff that managers use to sort of ease their workflow and puts it right into Rocket.Chat. So this project was made by me, Hardik Bhatia, and it was mentored by Felipe and Gabriel Casals. So what was the motivation and the objectives for this project? The motivation was to incorporate Rocket Chat further into the process and to ease the managers. So the thing I did when I first sort of started working on the project was I queried Gabriel and Felipe about what are the pain points that they have to face when they're working in the agile environment, which is the Rocket Chat teams that they manage. What are some of the things that they are not able to do or take up a lot of their time, because time is very important for managers especially. So I took four of those things and I made those into features which would streamline and sort of improve the speed and performance of managers to have those things directly integrated into Rocket Chat. And I think that we accomplished that. So these are the things that were accomplished. We have automated configurable stand-up threads. So for a very quick example, every Monday, Friday, and Wednesday, we need to have follow-ups or the stand-up threads that are there for engineers to see what what are the blockers, what are the next steps that people are going to take. The next feature is that summarize using languages. So managers don't need to sift through all of the different things that the engineers have said. For example, if an manager is managing 20 engineers in one team, they don't need to see all of those 20 messages in their entirety. The large language models are very good at summarizing these things and putting them into bite-sized informations and telling you only the things that need to be known. Then the next feature, extremely important thing. You just schedule a meeting for, let's say, 6 p.m. and then forget about it. You don't need to constantly monitor the calendar and check whether things are going their way. It just does that for you, and it's right there integrated into Rocket Chat. And the final feature, which was arguably the hardest to implement, is anonymous quick polls. Again, polls already exist in Rocket Chat, but doing it a certain way enhances agile process. And Casals requested this to be anonymous, and some of the other features that I'll show in just a minute were extremely hard to implement. And I think that I did a good job in trying to ease the manager process in finding answers to questions or polls that people are very curious to know about in teams. All right. So some of the challenges I faced were to, again, coming up with features that actually help managers. The second one is that there are obviously too many edge cases because this is a very real world project. Managers will use this project or sort of this app to interact with real people. So there's always too many edge cases. The third is that LLMs can be unreliable sometimes. And lastly, it should not get in the way. This was my first and foremost principle while building this app. It should not get in the way. It should be discreet and it should be useful. So without further ado, it is demo time. Let me go over a instance. All right. So this is a room, and I already have a few people in the room, which this is a bot that I made, test Hardik. There's obviously me and there's Felipe. So the very first thing I will do as a manager is that I'll go into Agile settings. I will enable this. So I have this on now. The message that I will have is that uh, please post your updates this week. Post about your blockers and next steps. And just for an emoji, I'll say smile. I want this message to be posted on every Monday and let's say Thursday. And I want the time to be all right. So, uh, starting with the demonstration, uh, we'll have the settings. This is the main modal that is used to control everything. And if I quickly press submit, it should save all of these settings. And now if I say Agile stand-up thread, this should manually generate it. Obviously, on Mondays and Thursday at 12 p.m. UTC, it should automatically send in this channel. And just to demonstrate that, I already have that configured. So in this channel, I set the Agile settings to, just a second. Every Monday and Friday, this bot is configured at 12:50 p.m. to send this message in this channel. And it has been doing that for a couple of weeks now. So if we do that and we go into the thread and we say something like, I worked on time travel, I am going to work on LLMs next. I am being blocked by Bob's work. So cool. This is a simple message that we send to a channel. And if we quickly say Agile stand-up summary, and of course, if there are other engineers, it will also summarize that. Let's wait for a second. Okay, there we go. So the summaries for this are that I worked on time travel. I'm being blocked by Bob's work. Additionally, and this feature was requested by Casals, that we should publicly post the names of everyone who hasn't posted an update. So since Felipe, Bob, and Casals are in the room, and these people haven't posted an update, they will be publicly shamed for not posting an update. So this is a feature that was heavily requested, and it has been implemented. The next feature that we have is called poll. Again, this is a very important feature because it is a anonymous poll. So let's say if I have a poll and I want it to run for 10 seconds and I want the question to be, do we want to integrate this feature? Okay, the poll has started. It was created by me. I want to say yes. Exactly. Oh, sorry. I want to say no, actually. But I want to say yes. Oh, poll has expired. And the verdict is yes. So as you can see, you can change your responses how many times you want. And the Agile bot sends you the summarized. So yes, Hardik voted yes. No one voted no. So we want this integrated. Sure. And the only thing that's sent on the channel is verdict. All right. So I'll schedule another meeting. Let's say I want to google.com. The meeting title is quarterly meet, and the hour is 1400, and I wanted to post 5 minutes before. So the meeting has been scheduled. This is how this feature works. Now I know what you're wondering. So what are the edge cases that I was able to handle? Well, if you try to reply to this thread now or this poll now, and you say yes, it will show that the poll has already ended. If you try to call Agile stand-up summary here, it will not call it because you can only call it within threads. So all of these things have already been handled and they have already been sort of seen so that the managers don't face any issues in when they're trying to actually do all of these things, and they can actually just focus on what matters, which is working and sort of guiding their team. So I think that something that we were able to accomplish. And that's it for the demo.